we're going to police ourselves very much in this law, in that no racial profiling would occur.
Baldwin County Sheriff Hoss Mack has a lot to say about Alabama's new illegal immigration law.
He says the law itself is simple, but it's going to be tough to enforce. The sheriff recently sat down with Eric Reynolds to talk about how that enforcement will play out.
He also discussed public service and the Steve Nodine case. Hoss Mack today on The Interview.
I tell our people every day, with everything that we do, the basic thing we do every day is help people.
Baldwin County Sheriff Huey Hoss Mack learned that lesson from his dad, Huey Sr. Now deceased, the senior Mack served Baldwin County as its coroner for nearly 30 years. The sheriff says he's proud to continue that tradition of public service.
A lot of people were concerned that we were going to come out on the farms, out in the field, to the different companies that may be employing some of these individuals and start doing spot checks. That does not provide in this law. We will not do that.
Alabama is now considered America's toughest state on illegal immigration. Some farmers and business owners fear the new law will force their affordable labor pool to leave the state.
It is an uncomfortable situation for them to be in, and I respect that. The law is the law, and so they're going to have to become educated and ultimately try to find a way to conform to that the best way they can. We're going to police ourselves very much in this law, in that no racial profiling would occur.
Sheriff Mack admits that he and his deputies and all agencies involved in enforcement of the new immigration law will be going through a learning process. I asked him, what is his recommendation to folks who may be affected by the new law?
If it is their intent to stay in this country and to obtain employment and support their families and pursue, if you will, the American dream, then they need to try to go through the process. It has all the intrigue. It's a public official. There were allegations of an extramarital affair. It involved 2 different counties that are very close together. Then you factor in what happened. Was this a self-inflicted? Was it an accident? Was it an intentional murder? I don't know that I have ever seen any case that has had as much public scrutiny in our area as this case.
The high-profile case of former Mobile County Commissioner Steve Nodine. His first trial ended in a hung jury. Nodine is still facing charges in the death of his longtime mistress, Angel Downs. I asked the sheriff, looking at the evidence, is Nodine guilty?
The evidence is what the evidence is, and it's not my position to decide on that evidence at this time.
I then asked him to share his gut feelings about this case.
I think there is enough evidence there to draw a conclusion and to have a good opinion as to about what happened. Because there'll be potential jurors watching this story, I'm going to reserve my opinion and my gut feeling on it at this time. I think that it should be one in which the people should decide what happened.
I left a well-run office.
Former Baldwin County District Attorney Judy Newcomb prosecuted Nodine's first trial.
We're in the process of preparing a finalized packet for them. And
Hallie Dixon is the county's new district attorney. Some folks are asking if the DA's office can handle the challenge of Nodine's next trial.
It's different. The sheriff before me and the sheriff after me will do things different than I have done or will do. Same thing with the district attorney. I am satisfied that a diligent effort has been put forth in this and that this case is now prepared to be put before a jury. My dad, through service, would always try to work the good. I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to find you the resources that you may need that can help you. Same thing in my position as sheriff. Public service is a job that requires people who are willing to commit to hard work and serve the public.
Many folk describe the sheriff as genuine and real.
I always tell people that I may be Huey A. Mack Jr. on paper, but I'm Hoss in person. My dad, as my mom tells it, looked down and said, well, you know, he's got a round face just like old Hoss, and it stuck. I always tell people I was actually in the 5th grade before I knew what my real name was.
I told the sheriff that he's not the same Hoss that I first met back in the 1990s.
I made a life-changing decision in that I had gastric bypass surgery. I was at a point that I needed to make some changes. So I always tell people with that particular surgery, it's not an ending, it's just a way to start a new beginning.
In Bay Minette, Eric Reynolds for Fox 10 News.
Well, Sheriff Mack lost 135 pounds following his surgery 7 years ago. He says that he and other family members have struggled with their weight. I know what that's like, but he's now learned how to correct that behavior even if he slips every now and then.
Well, as for the illegal immigration law, Mack believes it will help control the flow of illegal citizens into our state.